They go play action here on first down. Out to his left. And incomplete to open things up.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10 now. It's Taylor. Going up top. And that one falls incomplete. A 50-50 ball. A little dangerous. Could have been picked. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Dancing to his left. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. On target over the middle to Hill. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. But they also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws the quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. Takes 2 to tango. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal.
Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail!
They'll go to Blunt. Try and pound it in. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And Detroit getting set to go now. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Slow. Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go. Check.
Taylor steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Taylor able to use those legs of his to pick up a first.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that first down now. I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides, when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, been working on it for a little bit. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now Taylor to throw. Out to the right here to Wilson. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because as
he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem.
It got his man complete. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play, and even 60 yards.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. On first down, Mahomes. He's got the hook up with Conley. And he gets it down to the 32. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
A very solid gain of 27. And again, it's Mahomes. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Christian Jones leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6.
Crash. They can't stop us. They cannot hold us down. We're going to keep getting sacks.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal.
Watch tight end. Hey, 4 down.
Now Mahomes. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it third and goal. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Preston Brown, the linebacker. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Wait a second, they did not accept that after the incompletion. What? Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's free yards. The throw by Taylor here, and that's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Again, now it's Taylor on 2nd and 10, escaping the pressure right. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Off the play fake, here's Taylor. And almost intercepted. That would have been his 3rd pick in this game alone. Instead, 4th down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
That's taken at around the 40. A field position changer there. 49 yards on the punt. Couple that with a loss on the return. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. Butker now to kick this one away. So here come the Lions now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few.
Taylor hit. He lost the football. But I believe a Lion was there to recover it. Yes, they will indeed keep possession.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Being chased out left. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. The Lions on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the gun, it's Taylor. Looking downfield for Jones. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. They'll indeed go for it. It's Taylor looking deep downfield. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Orlando Scandrick. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Mahomes now on 1st down. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Green 90. Green 90. Watch the out. Watch the out.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Flush to his right. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He was looking for Watkins that time. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Taylor incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Taylor back into his end zone. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the safety here, Ron Parker. And they are going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line.
Let's go. Interception, baby, all day.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. And it's 15-0. Butker now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Reggie Ragland in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. Buying time to his left. And his throw is incomplete. Kenny Galladay, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one, much more like lead.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and a mile. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. He sets to fire deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Golden Tate's gonna go. Past the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Golden Tate, 97 yards. And the Lions able to get this back within a touchdown. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get him in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88? Now a hit and a loose football. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice.
And he has his receiver. That's Jones. Lions touchdown. Marvin Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around with the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. They'll run it now out of the gun. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. There he goes right side. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs have broken our tie as they take the lead. Butker now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. An update over in Soldier Field. And it's the Bears who are off to the early lead. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. They'll throw on first down with Taylor. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. The Lions need to move. They're hustling to the line now.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Connects it to Roberts, right side. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Taylor on first down. Flushed out right. And he's got room. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. From the red zone now, here's Taylor on first down. Open is Tate. Touchdown, Lions. Golden Tate as the first half is winding down. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Here's Myers now to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Just 11 seconds to go in the half as they have it 1st and 10. Mahomes now on first down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Preston Brown, the linebacker. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Not that time for Watkins. And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good. So we've come upon an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done, they're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else. Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes, eluding the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Green, 90.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. On 1st down, Mahomes. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Left. I got you, boy.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Preston Brown, the linebacker. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10.
Nice pick. Slow.
Here's Riddick. And able to push his way forward here. For a good little gain.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
On the run. Gain of 4 on the play.
Strong right.
On 2nd down, here's Taylor. Forced out to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
On 3rd down, Johnson. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. Here's Brad Wing now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And now here comes Kansas City. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. That's a quick strike out to Watkins. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The offense on third down tonight, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third and the nose of the football. Mahomes going to hand it off to Hunt. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call.
You got him. You got him. You got him.
The Chiefs on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Working from the gun, Mahomes. They complete it to Hill. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. But it looks like the Chiefs are going to get it back. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity. Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
He is going to find Hill here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop him. 2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Here's Blunt. And some room to roam now. And they get him down right near the midfield stripe. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you've got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
Dancing to his left. Back now at Ford Field. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. It's Kelsey on the grab. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Flush to his right. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
This is caught. Watkins. Mahomes to the former Rams, Sammy Watkins for the Kansas City first. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Single receiver. Z. Watch 14.
shotgun snap to Mahomes. Flushed out right. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Left, 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 left.
They come out here in the eye. On 3rd down. That's Hunt. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal.
There are certain drives in a game where anything less than a touchdown that caps it feels like an absolute disappointment. This is one of those drives.
And Butker able to put this one through. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden, they're down.
Slow, slow, slow. Slow, slow, slow. 4 down, 4 down. Ready, 319.
Throwing now, Taylor on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. His throw incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time. And now it's 2nd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Tight ends right. Watch tight. Tight ends right. Z.
2nd and 10, it's Taylor again. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for Detroit. And even 40 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Check 59. Mike. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Hey, pick your game up.
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Slow, slow, slow.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Mike, 53.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside.
Slow, slow, slow. Ready. Flag 32. Flag 32.
Here we go. It's Taylor on 4th down. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
A score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time,
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. And Hill with it over the middle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
We want back ends. Wipe my sins. They can't win.